Get ready, today is going to be an installation of ambient lighting on the dashboard and center console of my Tesla Model 3. Let's get started. I have received a new item from EVbase today for my Tesla Model 3. Let's check it out. Removing it from the shipping bag, we have this black box. Not much of a description on here of what it is, but we do have contact information for EVbase. Let's open it up. On top, we have a letter to the customer thanking them for their purchase, and they have a coupon code on here. It's better to use coupon code Ranger, and you get 20% off any of your purchase at EVbase, so just want to let you know that. We have a warranty and support card with a QR code, so we can check that out if we need more information on that. Let's see what else we have in here. We have what looks like a power lead here, and this will connect into the car's data ports. Most likely this appears to be the one that is in the, I'm guessing it's going to be in either the center console or in the right footwell of the car. So we'll check that out. What else do we have here? This looks like the control unit, and it has some double-sided tape, and you could probably attach this to the inside of an area such as the console storage. And then this has power, and that most likely connects to this one here. So let's put that aside. And let's see what this is. Oh, we have a very nice full-color instruction guide to do this. Oh, that looks familiar. So some of this installation may be similar to what I have done on my streamer install that I did last year. So we'll see what this adds to that installation. Let's open this bag up and take everything out. Whole bunch of stuff in here. We have a plastic pry bar for removing trim panels. We have double-sided tape that will be attached to the streamer. And the streamer itself looks to be in several sections. We have a large section here that will be for the dash area. And we have smaller sections. We have two that are the same size here. I'll find out where those go. And then we have a short one right here. We also have a 12-volt power, which is located in the center console storage bin. We have another extension for USB power. And then we have another box here. This is the Magic Lantern box. So this allows you to control the colors of the streamers with your phone using the app. So, and then we have all of the connectors here for the different streamer lights. So that's all that's included in the box, a whole bunch of items. And we will install this in my Tesla Model 3, and I'll show you how to do it step by step. Here's a little overview of the connections that we need to do. Here are the three power sources here. We have 12 volts, We have the car's data port and we have USB. We pick one of these and then we'll attach it to the input of this connector here. And then the output connects to the Magic Lantern box. Then you'll connect the 4 leads of the LED strips to these round connectors. They only go in one way, so you can just go and insert it like that. And then what we'll do is we'll place those in the correct areas of the car. It's always good to do a dry run test of the components to make sure everything is working. I'm testing the 12-volt plug in the center console. That is connected to the Magic Lantern box, and then it goes to each of the streamers. So let me turn on the button here. And now we see all of the LED lights are going. The other option I am testing, and what I usually use, is a USB to 12-volt adapter that has 2 USB ports. I have one connected here that goes to the main box and then out to the LED streamers. Another thing I want to mention is that the new dash streamer section is longer than the original one that I had installed last year. It's a few inches longer and covers more of the underside of the dash area here. Once you've roughly placed where you want the LED strips to go, then you can take the double-sided tape and start attaching it to the strips. For example, I have the strip on the dashboard with the power lead coming out of the left side, so I will be putting the tape on this side so that the white faces the driver. So the tape goes on top of here along the length. And you do that for all 4 of the LED streamer strips, and then you can attach them to the car. And here's an example of the 3M double-sided tape applied to the entire length. I'm going all the way from the end to where the plug attaches. To remove my existing streamer light, all I have to do is take the pry bar and press underneath where the 3M double-sided tape attaches to the underside of the dashboard, and I just push down on it and it comes right out. This has been installed for over a year and I had no issues of it coming down on its own, but removal is easy if you want to reverse the process. Here we have the top of the center console with the LED strip across the top, just temporarily on here with some painter's tape. You roughly have about 4 inches from the end of the strip to the end of the dashboard, and roughly the same on the other side. Peel back a little bit of the red protective plastic on the tape, and then you just need to insert it underneath the dashboard, and there's a little bit of a lip that it goes under, and just make sure that you do that evenly across the whole dashboard. Here I have started it and you can see it's just barely visible underneath. Once you've installed it underneath here, make sure you press all along with your fingers and make sure that it is firmly attached. Do this several times, all along the inside edge. When you get all the way to the end, you can just peel the red plastic off all the way, and then just continue tucking this along the inside. We're going to open up this side panel here and route the wiring. Going to need to pull these two pieces off. The top and then this triangle piece right here will snap out. Here you can see where the wire comes out. I have it tucked underneath here, and then it comes out the bottom. Just put it in this corner right here, and then we're going to route it in that direction underneath the steering wheel. You can place the covers back on now. For the area underneath the steering wheel, just take the plastic pry bar and pull down on the trim. Then you can route the wire in between these two panels. Go all the way along till we reach this corner over here. Then you're going to pull out the trim piece that is along the center console. It snaps out. There's a bunch of snaps all along here, so just carefully remove this so you have access behind here. I find it best to take the cable and then place it underneath this trim piece and then route it all along here. You don't want to cover up any of these openings because that's where the clips go into. So run it slightly underneath this whole area all the way up to the armrest storage area. Then the wire will come out right here and you can plug it in to the outlet. For the center console LED strip, we have it start roughly around this area here where the cup holder meets the armrest. Then you would just put it in between the trim and the center piece here and have it go all the way up. And it ends roughly right around there. Here you can see I have the wires routed, and then here is where it starts, roughly in this area here, and it's in between the trim and the center, and you'll just place it right along here into that groove. Then what you'll do is you'll snap the trim into place and it'll hold it and keep it from moving. Now we have the LED strip running along the left side, all the way from the top to roughly here, and then the wire goes along with the front dashboard one on this side. So this side is now complete. We're going to do 2 more LEDs on the other side now. As I showed on the other side, you need to remove this trim panel too, and it snaps out. If you just grab the bottom of it and gently pull outwards on it, it will release the clips. And then gently pull the rest of them out. So now we have access to the area behind here. If you're finding that you're having a hard time getting the wires underneath this trim panel, one thing you could use is a screwdriver with a T20 bit on it to loosen up these bolts that are in these areas here. And if you do that, you can get more access to the area underneath. So let me show you how that works. So loosen it up. So now this will have a little bit more play where you can route the wires in between the panel underneath, like this. And then when you're done, you can tighten these up. LED strip that goes in the very front area here, you can either use the double-sided tape to adhere it in between, or you can just press it in between. It should also stay in just by friction. I'm just going to leave it without the tape at this point in case I need to make any adjustments. As you can see, the lead comes out of the right side, and then I'm going to route that down the trim just like I showed on the other side. And here's the wire coming out, going all along here. And then it comes out right at the end. At this point, I can also install the other long LED that goes on the center console here. So let me do that now. Reinsert the trim piece that goes on the side. Get it fairly close. And then you can start inserting the LED strip in between and then press it closed. All right, we have the LED strips mounted in the front, 2 on either side of the console, and then the one that's on the dashboard. All of the wires come down, 2 on this side and 2 on this side, and then we connect them to the box right here. We'll connect all the leads, and everything should be all connected, and then we can power it up. I am using the USB connection. However, you could use the 12 volt or the data port behind the console. Now we have all the wires in here. I am going to plug in the USB into the 12 volt port. I happen to have an adapter here. Let me insert that. And now we have LEDs. It's daytime now, so it's hard to see. But I am going to show it again at nighttime. All right, it is nighttime, and I'm going to plug in the LEDs. I have the outlet right here. All right. Oh, here's a look. This is the startup sequence. And you can see the dashboard, the 2 on the center console, and then the 1 at the front. This is the default light setup. It is kind of like a rainbow effect that cycles through all of the colors. You can just leave it on that, or if you want, you can use the software app to change the patterns and colors, and I'm going to show you how that works. You need to download the Magic Lantern app onto your phone. Start it up. And you need to connect to the device. And I'm going to do that now. My device. And if you look at that, it has the name of it right here. And then I'll go back to the main thing. The main menu shows the colors. And if you look, I can click anywhere in this dial and change the colors. And then You can set them like that, or you can go into the presets and select the colors that way. Another thing you can do is you can go into the style, and then you can go to the different settings. The default one here is magic forward. You can go magic back, color energy, color jump, RGB jump, tons of different choices here. There are 20, 30, 40, 47 different settings on this one right here. And that's just on basic. And then if you go into curtain, it's another style. And you can choose different color combinations. Go to the next one, trans, and you can see that it's like a twisty look. Just scrolling through a bunch of different ones here. Then there's one called water. Streaming effects. Lots of different color combinations. Let's go to the next one, is called flow. And you can pick different color combinations of that. And next one we got is tail. You can cycle through the different choices here. Then we have run. Very cool. Then we got run back, which is the same thing, just going the other direction. So yeah, there's hundreds of different choices that you can do with the settings on this app. You can also have it sync to music if you'd like, or microphone. There's scheduling on here too. Yeah, so lots of cool stuff. And if you just want a solid color, you can just pick a solid color like that. One thing I did test is when you exit the car and lock it, the LED lights will turn off after about 2 minutes. And this is good since you don't need to manually disconnect it. All right, well, that gives you a good idea of the different things you can do with the software. I think this is a nice addition if you'd like some ambient lighting in your older Model 3, since mine's a 2018. I like adding lots of interesting items to it. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. If you're interested, there's a link in the video description for the EVbase LED streamers for the console and dashboard combination like I have right here. And don't forget to use code RANGER for 20% off your purchase. And that should do it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.